Hello, welcome to Wednesday's fitness class, Class B today. I think I like Class B better than Class A because there's no side bends. Anyway, if you're new to the class, you're going to need a chair, a band if you have one. If you don't, it doesn't matter. And where have they gone? Where have I put them? A couple of cans of, doesn't really matter what's in them. And these are 400 grams, so just about half a kilo. If you have weights, you can use weights. You can go heavier than half a kilo if you feel you can. Each exercise we do 12 repetitions of, 12 reps. If you can't do 12 reps, because this class, I try to make this class suitable for everybody. If you can't do 12 repetitions, just do as many as you can, and then 12 is something to aim for. If you can do 12 easily, maybe use heavier weights or try and do some of the exercises more vigorously or get a heavier band. The class is in 3 parts. There's a warm-up, there's the main body of the exercise, and then there's stretching at the end. Anything else I need to tell you? A lot of the exercises, most of the exercises can be done sitting down. I'm just going to move the chair, and what you can't see is there's a dog lying full length here. Not my dog. Move yourself, Bobby. Good boy. There he is. The little one. Are you going upstairs? The other one's hiding upstairs under my bed. Never you mind. Right, so we'll start the warm-up just by doing nice, gentle walking on the spot. Walking on the spot is really good because it's good for your ankles and warms up your muscles and mobilizes your knees and your hips, but it also gives me thinking time to try and remember if I've forgotten anything, and it gives me a chance to sort of talk quite a lot of rubbish because I don't really have to think about what my body's doing. I don't have to concentrate. He's a jackapoo. He's not as scared as the other one. The other one just goes upstairs and hides under my bed. I don't know why, but right, so 3, if you can, sorry, I was going to say if you can, do this on your toes. If you can't, then that's fine. So 3, 2, 1. Right, now mobilizing the shoulder joint. Put your hand on your shoulder and make your arm like a wing. Remember, don't forget you've got an imaginary pencil sticking out your elbow, and we're going to draw imaginary circles. Backwards, 6 backwards, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6 forwards. 1, 2, nice full range of movement. 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the other one, don't forget the pencil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, we're going to start our little routine now. So we're going to do heel digs and then anchor your elbows, and at the same time as you do a heel dig, you're going to do a bicep curl with the opposite leg. With the opposite arm even. Yes, these are your arms, these are your legs. You can tell I'm a trained professional, can't you? Nothing gets by me. So you're doing a heel dig with a bicep curl. And then 3, 2, 1. Then you're going to do a step to the side, but at the same time, starting off with your hands here, you're going to push your arms out. So you're doing a step to the side and pushing your arms out. Try and keep your knees pointing forward. Imagine you've got headlights on your knees and they're pointing forward. 3, 2, 1. And then you're just going to take a step back, but at the same time, you're going to push your hands out. So when you push your hands out, you push them out, splay your fingers, bring them back in, clench your fist. So you're out. Make sure your leg's going back and not forward like that. It's going back like that. You don't need to take a great big long step back. And your hands, it's a very definite movement, starting from the middle of your chest out. It's not sort of waving your arms around, because what you're trying to do is exercise your arms, not dance. They're not dancing. You're trying to warm them up. 3, 2, 1. And then the last bit, you're going to do just a toe tap. So a toe tap and just swing your arms. Three, 2, 1. Now, what we're going to do, just going to move this a bit more. We're going to put all those 4 movements together to create a sort of a routine. We're going to go quite slowly at the beginning, and then we're going to speed up a bit. So we're going to start with a heel dig, and then out to the side, and then back, and then a toe tap. So you're doing a heel dig, out to the side, back, and toe tap. Heel dig, out to the side. This is really good for your brain as well as warming up your body. Toe tap. Right, we're going to keep doing this. I'm going to get gradually faster. Back, toe tap. Heel dig, side, 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 back, toe tap. Don't worry if you can't keep up, just do what you can. Side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. One more time. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Woo! Well done if you managed to keep up all the way through. Those of you that have been with me quite a long time should know it by now. But if you're new, you might have found it a bit more difficult. Right, we're going to start with the main body of the exercise. Now we're nice and limber and mobile and warmed up. So the first one we're going to do is we're going to sit down, which is quite nice, isn't it? So you're sitting down towards the front of the chair, knees at 90 degrees, ankles under your knees, thighs parallel. Your knees aren't together, they're just like that. One hand there, put your hands there at shoulder height, and we're just going to turn. The reason I do this sitting down is because it's quite difficult to do a twist and keep your pelvis facing forwards. It's just easier if we do it in the chair. You're just going to turn to the side, back to the center, round to the right, and that's 1. Center, 2. You can do what you like with your head. You can leave it there or it can follow your body. Might be quite good actually to turn your head just to get a bit more movement in your neck. I think this is Was that 3 or 4? We'll call it 3. It won't matter if we do an extra one. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 2 more. 11. 12. It's a bit of strain on your shoulders, that one as well, isn't it? Right. What we're going to do is we're now going to have the chair here because you might need to hold on, but we're going to just do raising one leg. See if you can get your thigh parallel to the floor. If you can't, that's fine. You're standing it nice and upright. You're not sort of bringing it like that. And it's these muscles that are pulling your leg up. Remember, muscles can only pull, they can't push. So it's these muscles you're using to pull the leg up. Now, just to make it slightly more difficult, more from a balance point of view than anything, and you don't have to do this. If you just want to do the leg bit, that's absolutely fine. But those of you that are more foolhardy, we're going to put the arm up as well. So we're going to be doing that. Okay, and we're going to do 12. If you need to hold on, you won't be able to do the arm bit except for the other one. But if you can do it without holding on, brilliant. Ready? So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, nice and controlled. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Whoops, that was a bit of a wobbly one. 10. Best laid plans. 10, 11, 12. That wobble happened because I stopped concentrating and I was thinking, ooh, your balance is quite good today. And then as soon as I thought that, I started to wobble. Right. Need your tins now, or your weights. You may, if you haven't done this exercise before, you may find it easier to do it without. It doesn't matter. If you do it without, you're still getting the arm movement. If you're doing it with tins or weights, it's just making it that little bit more difficult. However you do it, it's up to you. So you're starting with your hands or your tins or your weights by your thigh. You can do this one with the band, but it's really hard with the band. And we're just bringing our arms up to shoulder height. So we're lifting them and then placing them down. Not kicking them up. It's a lift and then it's a put down. We're not letting gravity just pull us down. Okay, so we're going to do 12. So 1. Just check that your feet are hip width apart so you've got a nice firm base. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good stuff. Right, the next one we're going to do is a bit of a twisty one and a bit of a balance one and a bit of a strength one. Now, it's called the skater. So what you're going to do is you're going to put one leg behind and you're going to turn the same way. So it's looking like that. It goes like that. Gets me there, actually. If you're a bit worried about your balance, just don't go very far behind. Just sort of go there and do a bit of a bob. You don't need to put it right far behind. You are the best judge of where you can do it. Okay, and we're going to do 12 each side. Ready? So this one I find quite difficult because it sort of gets me there. If it hurts you, don't do it. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's good for your flexibility, this. 9, 10, 11, 12. How was that? I'm never sure about that one. I'm never sure whether to keep that in or to take it out. Right, I'm going to let you sit down again. That one's a little bit of cardiovascular as well, actually, isn't it? Right. This one is going to do the glute muscles. If you do a squat, it sounds like the Americans, if you're not doing anything. If you're doing a squat, it's your gluteus maximus that you're doing, the big bum muscle. But you've also got a medius and a minimus that are at the side. And they're the ones that get your leg doing this. If you're going over a stile, getting into a bath. So it's important to keep those strong as well. One way that you can do it is if you've got a Pilates band, or you can do it, I'm just going to show you this. We're not going to do this today. We're doing it a different way. Is if you get your feet, stand on your band and then cross it, and then you can do this sort of walking. And that, you can really feel that there. Or put the Pilates band around your ankle and do walking like that. But, no, we're not doing that today. I'm going to be nice and let you sit down. So, sit at the front of the chair again. Have your knees together. Put the band under your knees and then fold it over like that. It's quite a good idea to keep it flat because if it's scrunched up, it can dig in. And then you hold, you pull it tight and you hold your hands there and you don't move them. The band does not slip through your hands. And then you make your thighs parallel so that when you're sitting like this, you're actually using those muscles on the sides of your legs that I talked about, the glute medial and minimus and medius. And then we're going to just open, hold for a few seconds, and then back to parallel. 1, don't close your knees. 2, 3, 4, 5, I can feel that now. 6, if you can't feel it, increase the tension on the band. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You can feel it there. It's the same as the rock the boat that we do in class A, the A class. This is a reverse fly, right? So we need the chair there. You need 1 can, or you can do it without cans. And you're going to stand with your hands on the chair, your back flat, and your legs straight. If this is hard on your hamstrings, just bend your knees slightly. And then you're going to take this arm, this can, or without the can, and it's just going to hang down there, and you're just going to bring it up to shoulder height and then back down. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. This is great for your shoulder and your back. 4, 5. Same thing again. Lift it up and place it down. 6. Don't let gravity help you. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then we're going to switch hands. Ready? 1. This is quite a hard one, so if you can't do 12, 2, just do what you can. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wonderful. Next one we're going to do, if you've got stairs, I mean, I know you do this session 2 or 3 times a week, don't you? If you have stairs, do this one on the stairs. If you've got stairs near where you can see me. If not, I'll show you what to do. And it's just going up on tiptoe, but it is more effective if you can drop your heel down and then stand on tiptoe and then go back down on your heel again. But just for the purposes of this today, I'm not going to use the stairs. I'm just going to, I'm going to have the chair there just in case, because standing on tiptoe can overbalance you. You might need to hang on, but try and do it without the chair if you can, says she, thinking, ooh, hope I don't have to use it. Right, so we're going to just stand on tiptoe, up and down 12 times. So up, ooh, and down. Oh, I'm going to hold on to the chair actually, so that I can concentrate on the tiptoe bit. 3. Because if I'm concentrating too much on my balance, 4. I'm not concentrating on getting right up on my tiptoes. 5. Yeah, that's better. I can feel it more in my legs now. 6. 7. 8. Oops. 9. The reason that one took so long is because I was falling forward. 10. 11. 12. It's just a small movement, but it is surprisingly difficult to balance, I find, actually. You can stop at 12. I'm just doing this to see how good just to do a bit of balance stuff. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to start to do the chair as it was for the reverse fly, which is that one. Again, adopt the stance, and then put your hands on your hips, and you're just going to stand up, oops, and bow. That's 1. Up, 2, up, 3, up, 4, up, 5. Just make sure it's just your torso that moves. Up, 6, nice and slow and controlled. Up, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well done indeed. Right, we're going to do a bit of boxing. So instead of doing this one that we did last week, feet hip width apart, knees bent, but we're going to do uppercuts like that. Just use the slightly different muscles. Okay, and we're going to do 30 seconds and then have a slight pause and then another 30 seconds. So adopt the stance and we're going in 3, 2, 1, go. Just really, really clench your fist. It makes it a bit more, gives you a bit more, I don't know what it is. Got about 10 seconds to go. Nearly there. 3, 2, 1, stop. How was that? You don't need to do it really fast. Do it deliberately. It's a deliberate movement. Right. Got 5 seconds and we're going to start to go in 3, 2, 1, go. Punching doesn't sort of come naturally to women, I don't think, because we never do it. My right arm feels okay doing this, but my left arm feels like it's just sort of waving around in the air. Got 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, stop. Well done if you did that. Right, we're going to do squats. And we're going to, am I right? Yes, we are going to do squats. So remember, the squat is sitting without the chair. So you're standing up, upright, feet at least hip width apart. You can have your feet splayed slightly. And then you stick your bottom out as if you're going to sit down. Take a note of how you sit down. If you don't sit down like that, you sit down like that. Okay, and your knees are not over your toes. If you can, we can do a free squat. You only need to go down just to your weights and your heels, by the way. Just need to go down a bit to catch you, but it takes quite a lot of strength to get the right technique. So if you are unsure, hold on to the back of the chair. Same thing applies though, feet hip width apart, slightly splayed, out like that. I'd rather have good technique and only go down a tiny bit than bad technique and going right down. So whether you're doing this way or only down to there, weight on your toes can almost come off the ground when you're doing it. Sometimes it's useful to have a small paperback under your toes just to get you in the right position. But if you think about how you sit down, that's the easiest way, I think. You could always just do it from a chair. Go down there. That takes quite a lot of effort because you're going down quite far. Whatever way suits you. I'm going to do 10. Remember, when you're facing forward, don't forget those headlights on your knees and you've got eyes in your chest. So you're not bowing. We've done that one. You're going down. Yes, because if you go down and you're doing that, it's your hips that are moving, not that way. It's got to be that way. Okay, sorry, long preamble. Right, I usually put my hands here to counterbalance me. I still usually fall backwards though. Right, so going down. 1, 2, 3. Go nice and slow because it makes it more painful. 4, 5. Remember looking forward. 6, 7, 8, 9. Really getting back on those heels. Pushing up with the heels. 10, 11, 12. Oh, I can feel that, can you? You should try and do at least 5 squats a day, or 6, or 12 if you can manage it. Right, before we go into high intensity, we're just going to do a little bit of neck flexibility. So you're just going to look at the floor and then look at the ceiling and then look to the right. Just move your head, don't move your shoulders. And then center and move to the left. Do this very slowly because if you move your head too fast, you'll get dizzy. So we're going to look at the floor. Nice relaxed shoulders. Don't hunch them, just nice and long. And then look, straighten your head. I don't know what you call that. And then look at the ceiling. And then back to neutral. I'll call it neutral. And then turn your head to the right. Neutral. Or center maybe. And to the left. Floor. Center. Ceiling. Center. Right. And left. Okay? That's just roll your shoulders a bit. That's just to give you a bit of a rest while because the next thing we're going to do, this is the last one, is the high intensity, which is 3 20-second bouts with 40 seconds in between. So it takes it 3 minutes in all. And you're going to be running on the spot as quickly as possible. Now your feet are hardly leaving the ground. You're going so fast. Your feet are going really fast. Your arms are going as well, but they don't go the same speed as your legs. But you give your arms just to sort of balance your body. And you're going to do that for 20 seconds. If you've got any worries about your heart, if you've got any, my heart's going boom, 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 boom. If you've got any chest pain, if you find it impossible to breathe, obviously stop immediately. If you're worried about doing this at all, because it does make your heart beat, makes you puff as well, then don't do it. It's absolutely fine. Just wait, and we'll do the. Just join us when we do the stretching. Okay, so if you're ready, we're going to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Off you go. Halfway. Doesn't 10 seconds fly when you're enjoying yourself? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. That was good, wasn't it? What I haven't said is if you could like and subscribe, hit the subscribe button for me. That would be very, very pleasing to me. You only need to do that once, and then you're sort of like a fan of my YouTube channel. If you could like this class, that would be good, because people browsing YouTube will see it and think, oh, that looks good. X number of people have liked it. Having trouble accessing today. Had trouble too. Oh dear. I don't know why. Right, we're going again. 3, 2, 1. Off you go. I've got some messages here. I'm wondering if somebody else is saying it's difficult. Oh no. No, it's all right. 3, 2, 1. Stop. Yes, I don't know why sometimes people have difficulty and sometimes they don't. I don't know if it's the atmosphere or your Wi-Fi or my Wi-Fi. I'm not technical enough to know. I haven't had any messages saying that it's not working, so I hope it's working for you now. Right, we're nearly at the third one. So we're going in 3, 2, 1. Off you go. We're at 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Stop. I've just had a message from somebody that says it's YouTube, that YouTube is playing up, so that's out with my control. I'm really sorry. I only recently realised that out with is a Scottish expression. I've used it all my life. I just thought it was standard English. Out with my control. Anyway, so before we go into the stretching, while you get your breath back, as usual, if you've liked the class, you can buy me a coffee. Buy me a coffee. The link is below. I was looking at if you're watching it on I think probably a tablet's the same, or a smartphone. When you've got the screen up, when you've got the YouTube up, before you actually click into it, there's the three little dots that are usually at the top right hand. If you click on that, then the comments section comes down, and the link to my Buy Me a Coffee is there. And if you want to contact me, or you want to know more about fitness, my Over 50 Fitness Facebook page link is there as well. So, yes, those two things. So subscribe, like and subscribe, buy me a coffee if you'd like, and my Facebook page. I think that's all I've got to tell you about at the moment. So without further ado, we'll get into the stretching. So you need a chair. We're going to start at the calves and work all the way up. So front leg bent, back leg straight, heel on the ground, and both feet pointing in the same direction. There we go. And then very gently bend your back knee, and your heel comes off the ground, and if you put a little bit of weight on it, you'll feel the stretch moving down into your Achilles. And then swap legs. Just check once again that both feet are pointing in the same direction. We don't want one splayed out. And then very gently bend your back knee. Feel the stretch moving down into your Achilles tendon. Okay, right, we're going to do the quadriceps, the big thigh muscles. You can either, the sort of traditional way is to grab your foot or your ankle or what have you, and have your knees together and pull that up. But some people can't do that. So I quite like this way. You put your hands behind your back and you just try and kick your hands. You might not be able to initially kick your hands with your heels. So if you're doing the static stretching, I'll tell you when to swap legs. Us dynamic people are just going to keep doing this. And I like this because it not only does it work as a dynamic stretch to the quadriceps, the muscles at the front of your thigh, it uses the hamstrings, it exercises the hamstrings, which are the muscles at the back of your thigh. So it strengthens those and stretches the quadriceps. So if you're doing really static stretch, swap legs. Dynamic people just keep on dynamicking. 3, 2, 1. Right. Next one is to stretch the aforementioned hamstrings. So sit right at the front of the chair, knees at 90 degrees, ankles under your knees. One leg forward, toe pulled back, sitting up nice and straight. Just check your posture by touching your hands above your head. And then you're leaning forward from the hips, not from the waist. Imagine you've got two eyes in your chest again, and you're just looking forward. Rather than collapsing down, you're looking forward. So you're stretching all this here. You put your hands on your shin, your knee, depends how far forward you can go. Keep your toe pulled back, makes it a bit more ouchy. Oh, and then sit up. And then repeat on the other side. And forward. And then up we get. Last one of the leg stretches. This is the one where you sit sideways on the chair and sitting upright, one leg goes out behind. So the torso is nice and straight, this leg's out as far as you can get it. And this is trying to stretch these muscles here. And then switching round, this leg goes out. Okay, standing up. Arms out at shoulder height, palms facing forwards, and then round the tree at shoulder height and dip your head. It makes me cough, that. It's almost as if your shoulder blades are being pulled outwards. Gives you a good stretch up your back as well. And then if you can, interlink your fingers behind your back. If you can't, just put your hands there and try and get your elbows together. If you're interlinking your fingers, just lift your arms up. The object of the exercise is to get a stretch across your chest. However you do that is good. Oh. And then finally, just going to do a little bit more neck stuff like we do on the first one. So just put your head down, put your hand on top of your head. Don't push, just let the weight of your hand push your head down a bit. And then bring your head up. Turn your head to the left. Put your right hand on the right hand side of your face. Try and turn your head back to the center, but resist with your hand. So you're creating a lot of tension in your neck. You're forcing this one. Oh, tension, tension, tension. And then relax, and you should be able to turn your head a little bit more to the left. Just hold it there for a couple of seconds, and then bring it back to the center, and then turn it to the right. Oh, it's quite tight there today. Take your left hand, put it on the left hand side of your face. Try and turn your head back to the center. Create that tension in your neck. Hold it there for a bit, having that fight, and then relax totally, and see if you can turn your head a little bit more to the right. Okay, and that, my dears, is it. Thank you for joining me. Sorry about YouTube and the problems we've had. I hope it didn't spoil it. I hope it's recorded okay, actually. And I shall see you next Wednesday for Class A.